What you do when someone's staring at you with bad intentions. So here in the UK, we have the saying, "What you bogging at, mate?" And that basically translates as, "What you staring at? Do you want some?" Eye contact is the most profound form of intimidation. Someone has bad intentions. You can see it in their eyes. Non-verbal cues can either escalate or diffuse a situation, and having a strategy of dealing with aggressive eye contact is key. Here's 7 things that you can do that will make a difference. So keep watching. So the first thing, you must maintain a confident demeanor. Predators will look for weakness in their victims. If you have a weak demeanor and you look like you're going to be an easy victim, you will be. Confidence is not synonymous to aggression. It's about demonstrating readiness and control. You see, when approached with aggression, demonstrating that you're ready and prepared to fight back makes a difference. You don't actually have to engage in violence, but you have to give a credible threat. And no predator likes their prey to fight back. So a confident demeanor is about presenting an image, not only of confidence, but of control of the situation. And this is key when dealing with aggressive eye contact that's intended to intimidate you. Don't appear submissive. Don't be easy to retreat. Stand your ground and project a demeanor that shows that you can fight back. This in itself can make a substantial difference when you combine it with the other tactics. Number 2, the second thing to do, create personal space. You must have space between you and the person that is being aggressive. If someone's trying to intimidate you, the classic thing is that they get in your face and they might stare at you and make that eyeball to eyeball contact. But we all know with that intimate eye contact, they want to buy you flowers, maybe a box of chocolates, and if you're lucky, they'll book a hotel room. Now, physical distancing is just a clever thing to do, just to cover your back. If someone's likely to be aggressive, you don't want to give them the opportunity to be aggressive. Aggressive eye contact is a signal of danger or potential risk. Now, any form of confrontation has to come down to simple factors. Control the space, control the environment. Don't let people have easy access to you. So if you're presenting a confident demeanor, and now you're controlling the distance whilst maintaining eye contact with this person, then that's a good start to having control over the situation as it unfolds. The third thing to consider is a tactic of controlled eye contact. Controlled eye contact is a simple skill. It's strategic but necessary. The fundamental basics of this is that you do make eye contact with the bad guy, the person that's trying to intimidate you. But more importantly, you look away at strategic points. It creates a pause in the interaction because this is a form of non-verbal communication, and looking away interrupts that non-verbal communication. What it does is it creates a pause, a disruption, but it also shows a form of control, and that's necessary when dealing with someone with bad intentions, who's staring at you with bad intentions. Glancing away also indicates that you're not bothered. At the end of the day, that person is insignificant to you. Someone looks at you, you make eye contact with them, so what? So you're building a scheme here. First of all, you have a confident demeanor. Then you're controlling your distance, or you're not allowing easy access to you. Then you do make eye contact, but then you look away, and then you look back. And this creates this image that you're in control, you're prepared, you're ready, but most importantly, you're not bothered. So looking away is essential because it doesn't escalate the situation. What it does is it shows that you're in control. And that's really important when dealing with people with bad intentions, those predators that we often talk about. The key thing is to get a balance between being assertive but not overly aggressive. What you don't want to do is escalate the situation, but then you also don't want to appear weak and the prey of a potential predator, because that's not you. At the end of the day, strength is projected. So be strategic in the way that you use your eye contact. Yes, look at them, but because you've established some personal space between you, looking away doesn't leave you at risk. And that's an important part of the strategy. So glance away and look back. The fourth thing to do, and this is internal to you, is to remain calm and collected. Now, it doesn't matter how you feel inside. Even if you're panicking, Even if you think this guy's so big, aggressive, dangerous, and he's staring at me that I don't want to mess with, whatever's running through your mind at that point of time, you have to remain calm. But the most important thing is you have to project it. So it doesn't matter what's running through your mind. Put that to one side and focus on the previous stages. Your demeanor, establishing personal space, those boundaries. But remember, they can't see what's happening internal to you. So don't give it away. It's a little bit like a poker face, because people have the ability to subconsciously pick up facial micro changes. In other words, those subtle changes in your face. Better your straight face, the better that poker face. You'll find the more effective you'll be in appearing calm. And to be quite frank with you, remaining calm stops you from making stupid decisions. It stops you from overreacting. So remaining calm when someone's staring at you with bad intentions is key to your self-defense. And it fits with that calm demeanor, that "why are you bothering me today" demeanor. Fifth thing to do is to evaluate the level of threat. What are you dealing with? Is this person potentially dangerous? Are they a risk to you? Look, at the end of the day, you can have some muppet who's just staring at you for the sake of it, and they really don't know what they're doing. Some people don't even know that they're just staring at random people. And let's face it, that's going to be pretty embarrassing if you get in someone's face and you offer them out for a fight just because they're looking at you. And at the end of the day, they really want your phone number. So evaluate the threat first. Is it credible? Do you need to deal with it? If not, give them a wink, blow them a kiss, and move on. You have to define whether the person's a credible threat or whether they're just seeking attention. And that's important first before you take action. So understanding the person's intentions is key to threat assessment, because if you don't, you could drastically escalate a situation that didn't require it. The sixth thing to do, you should display an openness in your body language. Now, while this relates to the other points, in all aspects of this, you want to seem reasonable. I get it, you can't talk to everybody. Some people just don't want to listen. And at the end of the day, if they're screaming and shouting at you and you're trying to preserve the situation and keep it calm and prevent it from escalating, and they don't want to play ball, I get it. But don't be the person that escalates it. Now, if that situation develops into a form of verbal communication where the person's actually screaming and shouting at you or asking you, "What are you looking at? You want some?" then that's the time when appearing reasonable and open is actually going to be counterproductive. Because if someone says, "What are you staring at?" and you say, "I don't know, mate, it hasn't got a label," that can do one or two things. The humour could escalate the situation and make it far worse. And that's okay if you can back it up. But with some people, it might actually confuse them a little bit because they're not smart enough to respond with a quick-witted comment themselves. Either way, appearing open with your demeanour, your body language, encourages dialogue and it allows you to diffuse the situation through verbal communication. And that's got to be far better than someone staring at you, you staring at them, and then you get into this arms war of staring back, staring back, staring, till eventually someone decides to do something. And over what? Because at the end of the day, someone staring at you is mostly an ego battle. And don't engage in ego battles unnecessarily, unless you're fighting for an ice cream, and then that might work. The seventh thing you can do, and this is key in any confrontation, you have to position yourself, because if you've gone through all those stages and this bad guy still has the intention to harm you, then your positioning and your strategic positioning in that situation will be key. Of course, it relates to personal space, but personal space in the beginning was a boundary, and you were establishing that boundary. It's that line where you don't cross. And if you do cross, then we have to escalate this to deal with the situation. And where and how you stand can give you that split-second advantage when someone approaches you. So I always say, never allow someone to walk directly up to you. And if they do, they have direct access to you, try to make sure you've got a barrier or a boundary between you, a physical barrier or boundary. But the key thing is that when that guy gets in your face, because you've made eye contact with them, then make sure at least you move off to the side. You should always angle off to the side in a static situation. If someone's standing in front of you, screaming and shouting, then don't stand in front of their two weapons, which is 1 and 2. Billy Big Arms left, Billy Big Arms right. You don't really want to be standing in front of either of those, let alone Billy Big Arms with his headbutt. So always make sure you position yourself off to one side so that person doesn't have easy access with both of his billy big arms. That said, just be aware of what's around you, because if you need to move quite quickly and you turn and run, you trip over a park bench or you stumble on that curb or whatever that's in the way because you weren't aware of your environment, then what will happen is that person will catch you, and as I always say, they will beat you. The key thing is position yourself strategically, because if it escalates and you have to take action, you need a plan, and that's where it's going to start from, knowing your environment. Because if you need to escalate yourself and you need assistance or you need to equalize, you can always look around for what's around you if you don't have the tools on you. So what's the takeaway? Predators rely on the lack of eye contact as a signal of weakness. And if you're unwilling to engage in eye contact with someone that has bad intentions, then you're likely to be singled out. If someone's looking at you, you must look back, because it does a number of different things. Psychologically, it regains control of the situation. Emotionally, it shows that you're in charge, you're in control, and better yet, you're prepared if necessary. And that can be a bluff, and that's okay, but it's better than not looking, because if someone's looking for an easy target to rob, then your ability to make eye contact is going to be key to that. The very fact that you look at that person means that you know that they're there, and they know that they exist. So if they have bad intentions and they mean to sucker punch you, then it's going to be a lot harder for them to do that, because they know you see them, and that's the point. So always make eye contact with someone that has bad intentions. And I know it's scary, but this is why you have to learn to control your own emotions. Even if it's scary, suck it up, stand up, and look after yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. Thanks for watching.